Look at two more equations, two more problems that relate a graph, a line, a function, and a table. Two more linear relationships. In this case, they're not even going to give us the graph or a particular function. We're supposed to choose from 4 different functions and figure out what fits those points. Which line passes through the points 3, 7, and 6, 9. Now, we could take those points and put them in an XY table and see if they have a relationship. We could take them and actually put them into each equation and ask the question, when X is 3, will Y be 7? We're not sure. Okay, do the math. In this case, the shortcut is to use that slope-intercept formula that we practiced last time. So for slope, we're going to take a look at y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And they have very conveniently provided us with 2 y's and 2 x's that we can subtract. Okay, we're going to call this our second point and this our first point. Okay, just so we can keep them straight. And let's see if we can set up that subtraction and division, right? Remember, when you talk about coordinate pairs, the x comes first, the y comes second. So when I'm looking for y2, I'm going to go up here to my second point and pull that y value. So that would be 9, okay? Minus the first y value, that would be 7. And I'm going to divide that by the second x minus the first x. 6 minus 3. Nice thing, easy subtraction. I can do it in my head. This is going to be 2 over 3. And 2/3 is not a fraction that I can simplify it. I can't reduce it. I can't clean it up at all. I can turn it into a decimal. It's going to be 0.66 repeating forever. That doesn't help me out. What helps me in this case is that now I know the slope of the line, and I can bring that over and compare it to all of these different options. Now, of course, you've known from the beginning why that's the right answer. Or excuse me, that is the right answer. But now you have a sense of why. There are 2 options where 2/3 is the slope, okay? But only one of them has the correct y-intercept. So we're halfway there. Here's 3 over 2. We can cross that out. Here's 3x. We can cross that out. We know the right answer is going to be one of these 2 options, 2 over 3x plus something. Now we need to understand what the y-intercept will be. Okay. We can do that through algebra, plugging in one of these points to see what happens, right? When x is 0, or we can take it over to Desmos and compare. And in this case, we're going to try both. So I'm going to let this layer disappear, and we will try, here we'll remind ourselves, this one's a possibility, this one's a possibility, and this one's a possibility. All right, here we go. We're asking the question, what happens when x equals 0? That's how we find the y-intercept, right? So in the case of this first one, right here, 2/3 times 0 plus 5. When x is 0, y will be positive 5. Because 2/3 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. Okay? We can see right there, that's the y-intercept. That's the answer to this question. When x is 0, what will y be? So we can guess about the same thing. There's the y-intercept for the other equation. We still don't know which one is the best fit. So we're going to use our other strategy. We're going to go over to Desmos and compare. We want to know which line goes through the points 3, 7 and 6, 9. So we'll put those in a table and test it out. 3, 7, 6, and 9, and we'll put in our functions. Let's remind ourselves 2/3 x plus 5 and 2/3 x plus 2. Here is y, excuse me, equals 2 divided by 3 times x plus 5, and y is the same as 2 divided by 3x plus 2. They have the same slope, but only one of the lines goes through our desired points. And we can see that. I'll turn it on and off. We'll make it blink. Okay, y equals 2/3 x plus 5. Because that line goes through those 2 points, I know for sure this is the right answer. I've tested it. I've solved it a couple of different ways. We figured out the slope. We looked at the y-intercept. We want to know, or we want to go with 2/3